Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. US President Donald Trump has boasted in his State of the Union address that he had ushered in the golden age of America, seeking to project an aura of success despite sagging approval ratings and deepening voter frustration ahead of November's midterm election. Trump spent the first hour of his televised speech focused on the economy, saying he had slowed inflation, driven the stock market to record heights, signed sweeping tax cuts, and lowered drug prices. The 79-year-old's speech lasted approximately an hour and 47 minutes, breaking the record he set last year for the longest presidential address to Congress. Trump also briefly laid out his case for a possible attack on Iran in his State of the Union speech to Congress, saying he would not allow the world's biggest sponsor of terrorism to have a nuclear weapon. In his speech, Trump pointed to Tehran's support for militant groups, its killing of protesters, and the country's missile and nuclear programs as threats to the region and the United States. He accused Iran of restarting its nuclear program, working to build missiles that he alleged would soon be capable of reaching the United States. The US Navy's USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, has docked at the NATO base in Suda Bay, Crete, ahead of a planned deployment into the Middle East. It will join the USS Abraham Lincoln and other warships as Washington boosts its military presence amid rising tensions with Iran over its nuclear program. The stop serves as a resupply point before the carrier moves closer to the region. At least 30 people have died after heavy rains hit Brazil's southeastern state of Minas Gerais, while 39 people were missing. The state fire department confirmed the deaths happened in the cities of Juiz de Fora and Uba, about 110 kilometers apart. About 440 people have been displaced in Juiz de Fora as the rain triggered flooding and landslides and forced the suspension of classes in municipal schools. President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva offered his condolences in a post on X. Bill Gates took responsibility for his actions over ties to late financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in a town hall meeting with employees of the Gates Foundation. These comments by a spokesperson for the philanthropic group in a written statement came in response to a Wall Street Journal report which said that Gates had apologized to staff during the town hall over his ties with Epstein. According to the report, Gates told staff that it was a huge mistake to spend time with Epstein and bring Gates Foundation executives into meetings with the sex offender. Russian President Vladimir Putin has accused Ukraine of trying to derail peace efforts and threatening Russian energy pipelines. In televised remarks on the 4th anniversary of the war, Putin said Moscow's enemies were turning to what he called mass terror, including strikes on cities and sabotage. He called for tighter protection of strategic infrastructure, as Kyiv has targeted Russian oil facilities during the war. Putin also made it clear that any strike involving a nuclear element would carry serious consequences, pointing to Russia's updated nuclear doctrine as a deterrent. On the other hand, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has vowed to fight on and called for a stronger European role in peace negotiations. Speaking at a Coalition of the Willing meeting in Kyiv, Zelenskyy said Europe must be directly involved in talks, with a new trilateral format expected within 10 days. He thanked allies for a fresh air defence package, saying half has already arrived. He also urged tougher EU sanctions on Russia's shadow oil fleet, as Hungary continues to block €90 billion in approved support. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.